My dear friend, I am so glad to be back with my friends, and I count them as my friends because it seems like I've known you forever. Patty Greer and Chris Burris from the what do you call it? The C60 EVO. It's not like anything I've ever seen. I've got it. We've got it. Let me say right off the bat, this is not something where somebody sent me a box or something and says, "Hey, use it," or say you use it. I use this. My wife uses it. But this, we'll talk about this. This is I don't know what you've got in here, but the smell, this tangerine body cream. Oh, we'll get to that later. But anyway, Patty, first of all, let's start with you because you're the brains of this. What news do you have for us today, young lady?
Chris, I don't see you crying. He just called me the brains here, just saying.
Yeah.
Thank you. I look like the mustard in a sandwich, right now. I just feel kind of like the color here. I just got back from a month on the road in my new RV, and I ran the thing myself. I hooked it up. I tore down once a week. I'm so proud of learning a new skill in my 70s. And it's because I use this product that my brain is still functioning really well. I've been through probably worse things than most people because I used to be in the UFO industry. When it was a field of study, it turned into an industry and it got destroyed.
And then you were abducted, which is a whole other story. We'll talk about that later. But
that's where the yellow sweater comes from.
Yeah, no. One thing I will not claim about my UFO career is abduction. That never happened. I never met an alien.
Speak for yourself. Okay.
I will. I am. Because I can't vote for the alien thing. And yeah, I won't get carried away because I easily could. But being able to start a new career of like doing something, going on the road like a friggin' nomad with my family, because they're on the road for 4 months. I was like, I want to try it. And now that I'm back home after a month, I'm thinking, how soon can I pack back up? That was fun. So I am excited about having a new art form to enjoy life. And I think that staying sparked in my brain is caused by this amazing molecule. It saved my life years ago. And when I was poisoned by uranium by an idiot. And I became very good friends with Chris because it saved my life. And I was like, who are you? And why is this so good? And he looks like a kid, but he's been doing it for 35 years, making this molecule. And a lot of people have no idea what it is. Like CBD was 15, 20 years ago. People thought it was something it wasn't. And nobody even has a way to put their finger on what this is because it hasn't been done before, but it is changing people's lives around the world.
That's interesting because right now people are saying 3 minutes into this, what the hell is she talking about? UFOs and uranium and what did we, but clarity in an RV. It makes sense. I'm telling you, this is going to make sense. Chris, what are we talking about here? And first of all, welcome, my friend. But first, what is the substance? What is this molecule? Let's start with the basis because what makes this, let me just tell you something right now. Why I love these guys and Chris I love it as a brother because a lot of times you hear this and you know it. Hey, I put this stuff, this blue stuff on my tongue. I've got red crystal lights. And I say, okay, what does it do? I don't know. You've got the receipts, as the kids say. So right off the bat, Chris, what are we talking about? And what's so great about this? What is this molecule?
Well, what we're talking about, and I'm holding up a model of the molecule. I think most of your audience watches, right? So they can see the model. If anybody happens to listen, just imagine a soccer ball where the lines on the soccer ball represent the bonds between the carbon atoms. This molecule is called ESS60. It was discovered in 1985. The scientists who discovered it won the Nobel Prize in 96. Our lab started manufacturing it in 1991, a full 5 years before they were awarded the Nobel Prize. This molecule is actually, I have one slide that kind of covers this, and then we can go back to the other stuff. This, I don't know if you can pull up the slides. Is that something?
Okay, just a second. Of course I can. What are you talking about? Hang on. There we go.
Have you had your EVO today?
Every day.
I'll do a shot. I don't know if you guys, I'm
next to my coffee. Are you kidding? Absolutely.
Are you game for a shot right now? You know what?
I'm always game. I'm always game.
I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do tonight now.
Hang on.
I'll do a little one. We'd like to do this at the top of the show because it really boosts your brain power by clearing the mitochondria. Monster detox. Cheers.
There's mud in your eye.
Oh, cheers. I already did mine. How rude of me.
Now, let me just say something. Let me just say something right off the bat. That's all we're talking about. We're not like, no.
Quick shot.
Let me tell you something right off the bat before we get to this. Just taste it. How many times have people really tasted olive oil? Number one, it is peppery. It's it's in the back of your throat. It's got like, whoa. And it's different. And I suggest don't dilute it with anything. Just wait. This is a taste you've not felt before. I mean, you could use it in food, but that's not it. I am not a big fan of pouring olive oil on things. That's not the point. This is different because what is important is this molecule, the C60. This is the olive oil is what would you call it? The suspension, the vehicle, the delivery system, whatever you want. This is how it gets into it. But what better way than this? And let me tell you something. You can feel it. It's beautiful. I want to take another one, but I say, no, don't. Take it easy. Take it easy. Anyway, back to you, Chris.
Well, it's 2 ingredients. We want to just say it is 2 ingredients. It's extra virgin, cold pressed, organic olive oil from Tunisia. It's not generic olive oil. And ESS60, that's actually a naturally occurring molecule in nature, but there's not enough now that we know how great it is for people and pets. And that's when Chris and Robert started making it 35 years ago, because they knew that it had a lot of potential.
Well, this is what we're doing now. We've got graphs, we've got stuff. So, Chris, what are we looking at here?
So they actually thought the molecule, so they discovered it in 85, Nobel Prize in 96. They thought the molecule would be toxic. So they threw it in a toxicity study. You can see this is a toxicity study. In this study, they had 3 groups of rats. One group of rats was given water. Another was given olive oil. That's a semi-control group. And then the ESS60 plus olive oil rats. A typical Wistar rat lives out to about 32 months. And actually, I'll pop forward here, and has a known amount of tumor mass in its body. The longer a Wistar rat lives, the more tumor mass it has in its body. Even though the C60 EVO rats lived out to 60 months, that's 90% extension of life, none of them had any tumors. And it's bizarre, right? Like, it's crazy. In fact, I've told that story and people are like, oh, cure for cancer. And I'm a very conservative scientist. So I say no. And then I add it with one more.
Right.
No, there's a big difference between dealing with a cancer that has metastasized and potentially being a cancer preventative.
Yes.
This piece of the study throws this molecule into that preventative, just like good exercise, good nutrition, good sleep are cancer preventatives. And I will add, this is it's a peer-reviewed published research paper. It is on a petri dish. It's kind of the lowest level of studies, but it's relevant. In a petri dish, they had cancer cells and healthy cells, and they introduced a anti-cancer agent, which is really a poison, right? You're trying to poison the cancer cells before the healthy cells. In the presence of the ESS60 molecule, there was increased efficacy against the cancer cells and protective effects for the healthy cells. So basically, in the presence of ESS60, more cancer cells died, less healthy cells died.
And I'm sorry, and that's the way it's done. It's not called in vitro, but what do you call it when you had the petri dish when you drop? I've seen it.
It's in vitro. In vivo,
right? It's in glass.
Animal. Yeah,
right, but it means in glass. But I've seen this before where they have dropped on other particular studies, and they say that is, at least, put it this way: if you do that and nothing happens, we don't go to step 2. But if you see something, it's like, wait a minute, let's proceed with this further, because this means something. And let me also say something. This is why you're so good at this. I take it very, very seriously to be telling people that there's cures and that nobody's doing that. So I like the fact that you're very parsimonious, dare I say, in your claims. You are not one to embellish and everything's great, everything's beautiful. No. Words like cure, that's another story. But here's the study. Look for yourself. You're not just making it up or pulling it out of the air, as we say.
Well, yeah, you can see here at the bottom of the page, this is known as the Baati Study, published in 2012 out of the University of Paris. And I'm very proud to share our lab provided the material, and our lab is mentioned in
Spell that Baati. Spell that so they can look this up.
Baati.
See, there you go. There you go. Okay.
So, and I'm going to share, we're a very weird supplement company in the best possible way, right?
Oh, yes.
You're like,
God,
you're weird.
God, yes.
So most supplement companies don't do research, even fewer publish. We published in 2024, 2025. We've already submitted a paper for 2026. So not only do we do research, continue to do research, we also continue to publish. So it's a very unique aspect. So you look at this amazing result and you're like, okay, what's going on here? Why, why do we have these amazing testimonials? And I'll talk about more of those soon. What do we think is going on? And it is this theory. It's called the BOSS theory, buffering oxidative stress system. And what gives credibility to this theory is from peer-reviewed published research, we know this ESS60 molecule gets into the mitochondria. We also know from way back in the 90s, it can hold up to 6 negatively charged particles on the exterior of the cage. Let me kind of outline how this maps out. There's a little bit of refresher. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of every cell. There's between 50 and 5,000 mitochondria in every cell in your body, except for your blood cells, which have 0, and your brain and neurons, which have 2 million. Maybe yours have more because you have so many words up in that brain of yours. I think maybe you need more mitochondria to support those words.
Well, I know how to supplement what I do have. So proceed.
There you go. Yeah. So in a healthy mitochondria, it is the powerhouse of every cell. And like every powerhouse, there's a negative byproduct. You think about a car going down the road, there's exhaust. You think about a power plant, there's smoke. In the case of mitochondria, it's reactive oxygen species. The way I picture these, they're like little bumper cars. If they're left to their own devices, they run around your body, and everything they smack into, they cause rust, right? They cause oxidative stress, oxidative damage. And that sounds horrible. And it is horrible, but like so many systems in our body, there is a way to manage it. And internal to the mitochondria is glutathione, the antioxidants, glutathione and melatonin. It is interesting to stop here because melatonin is the sleep hormone. Our most consistent testimonial is people take the product in the morning, they report mental focus and energy during the day, and then better sleep that night. One, that's all brain related, 2 million mitochondria in the brain, and two, that is sleep, and melatonin is the sleep hormone. So some nice parallels there. So you see here in a healthy mitochondria, we've depicted these reactive oxygen species in this tranquil baby blue color because they've been bonded with glutathione and melatonin and aren't going to do any damage. But what happens when you stress a mitochondria? Of course, that begs the question, how do you stress a mitochondria? I like to point out, if you're alive in modern society, you have stressed mitochondria.
Right.
Smoking, drinking, smog, pollution, EMF radiation off of your cell phone device, you have stressed mitochondria. And when you have stressed mitochondria, it starts producing more reactive oxygen species than can be managed by that glutathione and melatonin. So you can see here in this image, you've got this nice tranquil blue bonded reactive oxygen species, and we have these free running reactive oxygen species. They're like little bumper cars. Again, if they're left to their own devices, they just cause problems. And that's where the ESS60 molecule comes in. Again, peer-reviewed published research. It's in the mitochondria. You can see it here depicted holding on up to 6 of these negatively charged particles, so they can't run around like little bumper cars and do damage. And then when that mitochondria can replenish the glutathione, replenish the melatonin, then they can manage those reactive oxygen species properly. They can turn these red reactive oxygen species into this nice tranquil blue color, having never experienced the damage. And that is, I mean, the summary is we say that we're reducing the negative impact of stress mitochondria. And if you reduce the negative impact of stress mitochondria, you should have systemic benefits. And you should have what we have, which are head-to-toe testimonials. And I know Patty likes to break this down a little bit different.
I like to simplify for people that don't speak science or medical terms. You're detoxing your cells. And that's what's happening when you take a spoonful or capsules of C60 EVO. You're detoxing your cells. The brain has 2 million mitochondria per cell. And what we're clearing is the mitochondria. So the brain is going to be the first to notice, which connects everything in the body by telling it what to do, what to feel, how to perform. The brain kind of runs everything along with the heart. But when your brain is healthy, you're going to be a lot healthier in general, sleep better, function better, and have a better memory. So that's what we're looking at when we take it daily.
But also the thing is you're saying, Chris, which is important, is that when we talk about antioxidants and oxidation, I've always, from my rudimentary chemistry, there was always this idea of that electrons are paired, and when they're paired, they're happy, they're stable. They're husband and wife, whatever they are. And if all of a sudden one becomes cleaved, one becomes knocked off, this other one is looking for a mate, but not necessarily another electron, anything. And it's flying around, free radicals. And that's danger, because that's how everything from tumors to God knows what. So the idea of stability, stasis, we want things to be settled. That's what this does. This is, I want people to understand, this is not just some, let's just make some hippy dippy stuff up. This is legitimate, and you will feel it. But then you got to ask yourself, okay, fine. There's a lot of things that might help stability, but you're not necessarily, Chris and Patty, going to feel better. You're not necessarily going to notice it. So this is one step. I can give you something. You can say, hey, your mitochondria are stable. It's like, I still feel like crap. What's the point? This does it. And the thing is, you've got to try this. Just that little kick. Listen, I'm no lightweight here. I don't want to go into my history, but I'm no pushover. This stuff's got to, it'll knock your, you know what, in the dirt. And I mean that in the best of ways. Now let's talk about, first of all, what this is, because people are sold. They're saying, I got to try this stuff. What do we have this? By the way, Chris, do we have any more?
Yeah, there's just one more, which kind of addresses what you're talking about, which people might be wondering.
For God's sakes, don't want to hold you back. Let's teach us, doctor.
I wonder what kind of experience I might have on the product. And we really map this out over 3 months, right? With parallels to that consistent testimonial of taking it in the morning, reporting mental focus and energy during the day, and then better sleep that night. So month 1 is focus and energy. And I really landed here because we've got this testimonial. We got some product to an individual. She took it in the morning, sent in a video that evening. And in the video, she pointed out that she didn't finish her cup of coffee. Now, if you're a coffee drinker, that's a big deal, right? Like, you know, that's a big deal. I'll share, I used to be a 2 to 3 cup of coffee per day person. I'm now more like half of a cup, 1 cup. It's about the ritual. I like the smell. I like the taste. I come into the office. I kill some time to make a cup of coffee. So that is focus and energy in month 1. In month 2, it really is deeper sleep. I think deeper sleep is happening in month 1 and supporting that focus and energy. But everybody gets a little bit more or less sleep every night, right? An hour extra here, an hour less there. So it can be very hard to say, oh, I started taking C60 EVO and collectively my sleep is better. My business coach, the way he puts it, is for 50 years he needed an alarm clock. When he started taking this product on a regular basis, he starts waking up before the alarm clock. Now he's a business coach, right? So he's got late night mixers, late night business dinners. None of that matters unless he doesn't get the product for 10 days. And then he needs the alarm clock again. And that coincides with the data in the literature. This molecule clears out of your system in about 10 days. And then finally on month 3, if you think about reducing the negative impact of stressed mitochondria and the fact that there's mitochondria in every cell in our body, basically just not in blood cells, then that systemic benefit starts to kick in and we start getting testimonials that we can't share. We actually have to do research to be able to share them. Right. Which is why we're hoping to start 4 clinical trials by the end of this year. We might be able to squeeze it in. It's going to be tough, but at a minimum, it'll be early in next year. Those clinical trials are on these 4 things. First one is on frequent and severe headaches, right?
Do we need this?
Yeah, I don't need it. No, I can talk.
No. Good, because I want to see your faces. I want to see this exuberance. I want to see your rubescence, your rubefaction. I want to see this, the essence of what you are.
I want to see his rubefaction too.
Rubefaction, indeed.
I think that's my best side.
Well, you do want to clean it up. Anyway, go ahead.
So yeah, we're really talking about frequent and severe headaches. That's because of so many testimonials. Patty's caretaker for her mom has a great testimonial. My testimonial, my wife's so we're doing a frequent and severe headache study. The next one is an HSCRP. So that stands for a high sensitivity C-reactive protein. It is an inflammatory marker found in our blood. It's an easy blood test to test, and it's typically associated with cardiovascular disease and cancer. There's already good testimonials about that. And in fact, last year, there was a peer-reviewed published paper in beagles where this molecule reduced the HSCRP in beagles. So that's the second study. The third one is sleep. We've already done an ad hoc study on sleep, a small cohort of participants. And the most important piece of that study is 100% of the participants reported improvements in sleep when they were on the product. So we're doing a more formalized version of this sleep study. And then finally, we have an amazing product on the market, advanced face serum. We actually have a 2-part face serum, which is also amazing. And so we're doing a wrinkle and age spot study, hopefully by the end of this year, or at a minimum, or beginning of next year.
And now this, for the people who don't know, this molecule is almost, dare I say, I don't want to bring up any kind of stem cell analogy, but dare I say, Chris, could I call it pluripotent, where it is just, it's not just for one thing. I don't want to use that term, but I mean, it does. Yeah. It's a watch that. It's a one. It affects everything, not just as already sleep, but everything too, vitality, skin. It's almost like I don't want to say miracle, but this, for example, let me give you an example of this stuff. This is the Rich Body Cream. Now, my wife has always said, you've got to rub, you got to cream. I said, I'm a man, I don't cream. All right. And I know what you're talking about. She said, well, your elbows, my elbows are fine. I said, what am I going to do? Do you hear about Joe? He died. What? Elbow cracks. No. Well, something I thought one time, I don't know what it was. I'm addicted to this now. And there was a marked difference. Not only that, but just when you get older, during the cold weather, ankles and things, the stuff that people spend fortunes on for skin cream, this is my stuff. And the smell is, I mean, there's tangerine. Yeah, I've smelled tangerine. There's something in here. This is phenomenal. I've got all of my, this is next to my coffee machines. I've got some other, the lip, even that. Oh, for your dogs. This is the most important thing in the world. This is so critical. Everything. Anyway, continue, because I want to make sure we get our banner up, because everybody knows our names, which is great. But I want people to have our, there we go. This is what people need to know right here. This is it. That is your landing page. That's what Patty calls it. This is called a landing page. And if you go right here, and I will have this at the top of the description section, this has the deals. Now, Patty, this is where you come into play. What do we get? What's available? Start us off. What do I do?
Okay, let's go to the landing page, which is for people that are flying around the internet.
Hang on a minute.
Finally land on c60evo.com/Lionel Nation. And when they get there, they're going to find deals that we don't offer on our website. And a picture of the king, of course, right there. Indeed. So let's roll down and see. We have 3 products that we recommend because they are the ones that are the most effective and we get the most testimonials about, which is obviously the olive oil that's been used in most of the peer-reviewed tests. You can buy 1 bottle or get a special deal on your landing page with 2-pack, a 3-pack, or a 6-pack. And with this, if you sign up for a monthly subscription, then you're going to get the 2-pack every other month for the discounted price. And we also do a case of 12, which is the biggest discount. We do probably a case a day, and that is 25% off. No matter what you decide to purchase, please check out this page and you'll find a secret code for Lionel Nation, and that'll get you another discount at checkout. So the next product, when people say, okay, I've never tried your products, where should I start? Our starter set is called the Inside Out set, and it is the facial serum that I just showed you and the olive oil, which is the one that we recommend, even though we do have wonderful MCT coconut oil and avocado oil. This is the one used in the peer-reviewed test because it is by far the strongest.
What is MCT for those playing along at home?
Medium chain triglycerides.
What does that mean, Chris?
It's you have a lot of triglycerides in a lot of oils, and specifically ours comes from coconut oil, and this is just the medium length of those chains. Interesting.
Go ahead. Proceed, Patty.
And a lot of, when they say coconut oil, it's actually from trees that aren't coconut trees. So yeah, a lot of times coconut oil isn't from real coconuts. So you want to be sure to get the good stuff again. But we only use the olive oil for our peer-reviewed studies, and also in our products, we use all three of the oils for different facial serums and hair and body. But our essences, like you're saying, the smell is to die for. And we work on that. We take a lot of pride in the essence of our products, because it is part of feeling better, is when you open the lid and go, oh yeah, I want to smell like that, with the lotion that you mentioned. I love the tangerine body cream.
But
So
it's also it helps you. You're putting something on. I mean, if it smells like Ben Gay, like an old locker room or something, that's not good. And I believe that there's something to be thought about regarding aromatherapy. Smells make you feel better, and it's just a matter of fact. Try it, you'll see what I mean. Proceed. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, the facial serum, the essence is rosemary oil.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it smells so good. It's got a base of chia seed oil, because our formulator is a Mondo hippie chick in Boulder, Colorado, who's written 20 books on raw foods and everything in the forest that you can eat, drink, smoke, or boil the roots and make tea out of. So I have access to probably the greatest aromatherapy. Mainly, though, it's about herbs that make a difference in your life. Can't say the HEAL word, so that make a difference for the better in your skin, your hair, your glow, your energy. So the products that we have are mostly organic. Some of them we couldn't get organic, so they're natural, but you're going to find the cleanest products at this C60 EVO website. The other product that we recommend, and we offer the 2-pack, the 3-pack, the 6-pack. For these discounted prices, we also do the olive oil in capsules for people that travel, because they won't pull it out of your carry-on. And you can grab a handful, put them in a pocket, a purse, your glove box, and they're like to go, your C60 EVO olive oil. Or some people just don't like the taste of good, strong olive oil.
Oh, they're crazy. They're crazy. And by the way, I don't want to say it lasts forever, because you would be out of business but you don't go through this like in a couple of days. You use de minimis amounts, because that's all it takes. See, that's the part I love. You always say, no, wait. I always worry about people who say, take another one. It's like, oh, I see. It's like with the shampoo that says add, put in wet hair, apply, repeat. It's like, wait a minute. I know what you're up to. So you're being very, very careful with this. And also, I'm running. I don't want to run through your present, but even for your pets, because people say pets too.
Okay, so check it out. My kids took off in their big RV with 3 kids and a dog. And they said, would you take our 18-year-old cat? She does not like the dogs. All of the space. And I'm like, 18-year-old cat that's way overweight and the belly hangs just about touches the ground. Love to.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, she's always been on a C60 EVO for cats diet, but with me, she's getting exercise, and she had to look at me. I took her on the trip with me. She went on tour for a month with me in the RV, and she was amazing. Never missed the litter box, never missed a meal, like totally moved in. The EVO rocks for pets, especially old ones. But again, if I had a young one, I'd say especially young ones. You can see the difference in your pets when you give them a few drops of the product. And man, she is so healthy now.
Let me go back to this. If it works this well on rats, and people always think, Chris, you know this, we have the basics, the metabolic and physical analogs of this. We're all the same. That's why, remember, fruit flies, not acidophilus, but anyways, but there are these animals that sometimes we will use that are perfect analogs to us. So if it helps a rat, it would help a dog and a cat. It helps mammals. It helps us. So because that is a big seller too, and it's legit. We're not just I think I'm high. I think I feel my legs right now. Anyway.
Chris actually says that rats are closer to humans than mice.
Ain't that the truth?
Especially in DC. Wait, now how can that be possible, Chris?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is just how it is. Like your intuition is that a mouse is just a small rat. But that's not true.
No,
We're
no.
significantly closer genetically to rats than rats are to mice.
Phylum Rodentia. Now, what else do we have here, Patty? Anything else that this is? And this by just going to C60EVO.com / by the way, that's a solidus or a virgule is a / Lionel Nation. And there you go. What else we got there, honey? Look at wow.
Well, honey, we've got testimonials a go-go. We've also got the ability to sign up for a monthly subscription, which we really recommend because then you get it regularly. If you don't love it, just contact our customer service department, who has over 1,000 5-star reviews. They are so much nicer than I'll ever be. Really good people. But we find that more than half of our sales every month are resubscribes because people don't quit. When you take something that you can actually feel the difference, people don't usually quit. And ultimately, you stop taking a lot of other things. It never really affected you that you notice, and you save money when you get on something that makes a difference. The facial serum, my God, my mom used to spend for all the best facial skincare products. And she said, yours is every bit as good as all those expensive ones that I don't need to buy anymore. But yours is all natural. What an improvement. It's like you can pretty much clear the kitchen counter of all these things and do EVO, and your bathroom counter as well. Your lotions, your potions, your face serums, your lip balms, everything that we sell is infused with the ESS60 molecule. We're the only lab in the world making it. So,
I want to just say this right now. I don't want people to understand this. This isn't you can't go and get Bertolli and rub it on your face. I mean, you can. It's not the olive oil. That's the delivery system. You have to put it in something, and it works also wonderful. It tastes good. There are some aesthetic benefits to it, gustatory as well. But it's the molecule. Let me say this again. You can't get this in any other thing. You can't copy it. You can't get something that is near it. This is it. C60 is right here and right here only. That's the difference. And I want to say one more thing. And like I've said before, I've always been very suspicious of a lot of these people. They just tell you things, but they don't explain why. Chris has gone to the point of exhaustion explaining this to you. If he goes through these testimonials one more time, I think we're all going to lose it. But from rats to tumors to Boss to Haas to you name it, this is not a joke. And I'm telling you, I've been using this for years, and I love it. And I don't say this. If I didn't believe it, I would talk kind of around it. I would promote it. I'd say, what's good? And if you'd like to, I'm telling you it works. And I love this stuff, period. It's from the heart. And Patty, you know this. I'm not kidding.
You know, I'm looking at our radiant health, the three of us. And you're younger than me. And when I see a lot of old people, I go, God, I'm older than them. But I'm living a better life, and I know it's because of this product. I've had enough attacks on my body. I could be dead a lot easier than alive, but this is a miracle. For me, it's been a miracle. And that's an abstract word to put out to your audience of intellects. But when something makes a difference, and you're older and you've tried everything, it's like, wow, that is a miracle. So that's how I feel.
Absolutely. Chris, final word, young man. What do we have here, and why should people do it? What's the big sell? Take her home. Take us home, as they say in the blue business.
There's a lot of supplements out there that brag about working at the cellular level, and they should brag about that, because there are supplements that just get into your intestinal tract and actually don't get into your physiology, right? Don't get into your bloodstream. And so they should brag about that, getting at the cellular level. We don't think we operate at the cellular level, right? According to our BOSS theory, buffering oxidative stress system, we're operating at the level of the mitochondria, at the subcellular level. And when you were kind of saying that this works at so many different ways, you just ask yourself, do the cells that make up that, whatever part of your body, have mitochondria in it? And according to the BOSS theory, we should be reducing the negative impact of those stress mitochondria, and we should have systemic benefits. And as I've mentioned, the head to toe testimonials that we do get.
And while you cannot make certain claims as to health or cures or whatever it is, can you think of a bad reason for you not to do this? Can you think of how a sample would be better not having these refined and cleaned and scrubbed mitochondria. I think it makes a lot of sense. For whatever the reason, better to have this improved than not. This is just common sense. Makes sense to me. There's nothing. This isn't rocket science. Patty, you had your hand up for a particular reason.
I did.
Is that acting up again? That thing you all of a sudden
nope, not
the hand shoots up.
No, I was just thinking, I love my mom and I give her EVO. And whenever she runs out, I give her more EVO because I love my mom. And I'd like to say to your audience, if you really care about your parents, give them a bottle of EVO, buy the 2-pack or the 6-pack or the case and share it with people you love. But when you were saying, is there any reason not to buy it? Yeah. If you really don't like your parents and you don't want them to live longer, do not buy them EVO, because my mom is 97 going on 100 and she's remarkable. So,
well, let me tell you something. We have, I think anybody watching this is not just this is not, put it this way. We're not somebody at the cosmetics counter at the mall. This is not something that we do for the pastime. This is a passion. Chris, you are without a doubt incredible. I thank you so much. Patty, our CEO and our leader. Again, C60EVO.com. Go to the link. I have a special link here, and if you go to the landing page, and you've got special deals for members of the Lionel Nation family. And as always, my dear friends, thank you. Continued great work. This is super work, helping people feel better. What could be more, I think, more important than that? Thank you so much, my friends. We will talk soon.
Thank you.